Yeah. All right. Do you belong to the category of men that can last 5 minutes on a woman in bed, and or probably you weren't one of those people, and but as time goes on, probably as you grow older, you notice that your rate of ejaculation is very fast, and so as you are just on the woman, you release very fast and all those things. So I think we have come with a simple remedy, a simple way, a simple thing. A few things you can do to stop all this. It is off in medicine. It is often referred to as premature ejaculation, like when somebody just after meeting up with a woman, you don't really last longer than 5 minutes. And so in this case, we want to give you the secret to lasting longer in bed, more than 5 minutes, more than 10 minutes, more than 1 hour, even as long as 3 hours. And as you watch on with the video, I'm going to be giving you a personal experience on what I do. And I've heard reports, I've read a lot of queries, a lot of emails, and a lot of calls like, okay, I don't really do well in bed. I don't last more than 5 minutes. And somebody even said he wants to last longer than 10 minutes in bed. And so all these things placed together, I think I need to create a video on how to stop premature ejaculation, maybe like as a young man from home. So if you are a man and you want to learn few things without surgery, without taking drugs, without taking anything, so they are secrets. Lasting longer in bed is just like you just need to know the tricks, you need to know the secrets. Not everything are just health or medicinal or something. It's not every time you go on drugs, it's not every time there are some things, we call them home treatment, home remedy, without drugs, without surgery, without anything, without going to the hospital. You can actually stop premature ejaculation from happening to you. And what are those things? The first step is you have to go on exercise. Many years ago, anytime I want to meet my wife or my girlfriend at that time, I noticed that within the shortest period of time, and I'm just down within the shortest period of time, and even less than 5 minutes. But until I started exercise, so I just did that. I read it in one of the video I watched on YouTube the other day, and I noticed that when you exercise your body more, then you are in perfect condition. So when I started jogging, when I started walking, when I started running, at least because of my busy schedule, what I do is that I find time, probably in one of the weekend or twice in a week, to do that. And I started that, and I saw dramatic changes in that, and it makes me last even more than 10, 15, 30 minutes. And what did I do? I started jogging. So if you are in this situation, like you don't last more than 5 minutes, then you have to make do with an exercise. What does this happen? The exercise just help you ensure blood and well circulation around your organ. Because what makes the organ turgid strong is just blood. So when blood are well circulated throughout the blood vessels from the veins down there. So if you go through that means and it doesn't work, I'm sure it's going to work because blood have circulation. So exercise ensure blood circulation from the heart to other part of the body, even to the organs, and that makes it turgid and strong. I think that. So after doing that, you see a dramatic changes in that. And apart from exercise, the next one is reduce weight. Generally, if you are overweight, then you must find different weight loss plan too. In our previous video, we talk about weight loss plan that are cheap and you can do by yourself. You can do from home. So go on different type of weight loss plan, and the base of weight loss plan is exercise and dieting, avoiding fatty foods and all those things. So some people even say you need to avoid. So when you avoid fatty foods and you know that you can't last longer than 5 minutes, then how do you last longer? Then you have to reduce your weight if you are over. Then for people who are not overweight and they are just normal in weight, but still they are suffering from premature ejaculation, then what do they do? Then you also need to find way of having stamina by eating a balanced diet and others. The next one which I'm going to talk about that can actually help you, is just like a secret to lasting longer in bed more than 5 minutes, is for you to cut low on sugar. Stop taking sugary drinks like that. There are some other things you can do. You can take water, and even the sugary drinks you can take it once in a while, because you are going to find time to burn them off. So if that is that, although it depends on the body, some people it's sugar, some people too much accumulation of sugar in their body can actually cause problem of having a low sex drive for them. So, and if that, then they will not be lasting more than 5 minutes, which is that. But the secret is, why not cut low on sugar and you see the changes. But the most important secret for men, for young men or for older men to last longer than 5 minutes, longer than 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, is to divert your mind. So what happened? You don't need to take drugs. You don't need to go to the hospital. You don't need to go see a doctor. You just need to take care of your mind, divert your mind. Like what happened is that when I was much younger, even till now, if I notice that I'm discharging quickly, then what do? I just divert my mind, because since I'm a Man U fan, I think of Man U matches, I think of Man U players, I think of the referee, and I think of that. And at times, if I don't think about football, I think about comedy. Yes, I think about one or two comedians I know, and like Dr. Ben and all those things. So if you divert your mind, that is the only secret to lasting longer. Because of anxiety, you need to kill the anxiety. You need to reduce the anxiety. One of the things that make people not last longer than 5 minutes, or maybe that make people experience premature ejaculation, is what is the anxiety. But when you reduce the anxiety by diverting your mind, and probably you have ingested with the lady's body and all those things. But if you divert your mind a little, think of movies, like think of a war scene, look at a fight scene, look at comedy, look at sports. If you follow Real Madrid, Man U, Chelsea, and just look at a scene, and very short, before you know, you are taking 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes, 8, 9, and 10, and more than 10 minutes on that. So the biggest secret, which is one of the basis for creating this video on how people can last longer than 5 minutes as a young man in bed, is for you to just make sure you divert your mind and think of sports, think of music, think of movies, and that. And that's that. Then the next one, which I'm going to talk about, is eating balanced diet. Balanced diet contains all the classes of foods and in the right proportion. And so when you take vitamins, when you take minerals, when you take proteins, carbohydrates, everything in the right proportion, it's better for you. I noticed that some people suffer premature ejaculation due to bad feeding habit. And if you correct your feeding habit, if you make your feeding habit one of the best by following the balanced diet, by taking more of those things, then you will be safe. And you also need to go more on fruits and vegetables. So while you are cutting down on sugar, while you are reducing, while you are diverting your mind, eating balanced diet, you need to take more of fruits and vegetables, especially fresh fruits. What happened about fresh fruits and vegetables? The only secret about fresh fruits and vegetables is like they contain vitamins and minerals that helps increase every aspect of life, even a sex life as well. So if you want to get rid of premature ejaculation, you want to stop it from young men, or you want to come from home, or you have been finding ways of curing this premature ejaculation thing that didn't make you last longer in bed, then you need to just go on fruits and vegetables, especially fresh fruits, fiber fruits. We have so many fibers. Just go to the store, go to the market, get some fresh fruits and vegetables, cook them, and take more of those things instead of taking sugar, instead of taking beer, and instead of taking other things. And another thing which I've known to work for people when it comes to fruits and vegetables, then I think it's watermelon. Take more of watermelon. Then you also need to take banana also, because banana also, I've seen researches that claims that banana is one of the fruits that are very good for man. So if you know that you cannot last longer than 5 minutes as a man, as a young man, as an older man, then you need to go take more of banana. Banana is good because it contains some substances, some chemical substances that boosts the cells in men, and that's that. Then you also need to go more on nuts. I've known so many nuts: cashew nuts, walnut, groundnuts. They are very good. Apart from having oils, the oils are plant oil, so you cannot get fat. Not that you cannot really get fat, but compared to animal fat or animal oils and animal fats are not really good, but they contain cholesterol. But plant oil are good. No matter how you eat groundnut, no matter how you eat cashew nut, walnuts, they are the oil supplies in them don't have cholesterol, so you cannot get fat. So I've taken enough groundnut and still I didn't get fat, and it also increased my sex life, and that's that. So if you want to go on nuts, eat more of nuts, cashew nut, walnut, groundnut, and different type of nuts. And I think is that another important thing which I need you to do is what you need to shun smoking of cigarette. The federal government wants that smokers are liable to die young. Not only that, but they also complain about premature ejaculation. They don't last longer because of what the smoke, the accumulation of nicotine in their body. So if you are the kind of person that smoke a lot, then you have to stop this so that it can make you last longer in bed. If you don't do that, then you are going to regret it. So find ways of, if you're a smoker, you smoke weed, you smoke cigarettes, you smoke nicotine, you smoke tobacco, then find way of putting a stop to all these things, because that's one of the right steps for you to do. And also, then you also need to go on fresh foods. Eat more of fresh foods, no matter what the food is. Reduce your your intake of processed food. So you need to just go more on fresh foods. Take more fresh food, eat more fresh foods in form of vegetables, in terms of fibers, in terms of fruits and all those things. Even no matter how of it, make sure you have cabbages, make sure you have vegetables in your food, and because they contain vitamins and minerals, they also boost the cells, and that's that. The last one which I'm going to talk about now is herbs. I don't know about the Europeans, the Americans, but in Africa and in many parts of Asia, they have herbs they use. They have so many herbs that are actually improves the manpower when it comes to lasting longer. So if you look at that, you just need to take a research and look at that. I've seen products like ginseng and products from moringa, and I've seen too many herbs that when you take these herbs, you see that everything is getting back to normal. So it's very common in Africa. So we call them herbal treatment for men's poor performance. And if you take that, and that's also if you're in all these developed countries, you can actually go for some herbs, because many of these drugs, even prescription drugs, are prepared from herbs, and that's that. So I think we're looking at all these things. We have been able to tell you the secrets that can make you last more than 5 minutes as a young man in bed. So somebody said, how do I last more than 5 minutes in bed or more than 10 minutes in bed? I think all these things can make you do. Then let's just run a fresh reminder of what we have discussed. We talk about herbs, we talk about fresh foods, we talk about you shunning smoking of cigarettes, we talk about you going more on nuts, then I talk about eating more fruit and vegetables, eating balanced diets, diverting your minds, and we also need to cut low on sugar, reduce your weight, and do more of exercise. And that's so. And one of the bonus things there is that you need to walk more. By the time you walk more, blood are well circulated around your body, and you will be the best. Thank you. See you in our next post. Don't forget to subscribe to us so you can actually get more healthy tips from my channel. Thank you. See you in our next post.